His story captured headlines, and now 70 years later, it is captivating Americans. The life and death of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old boy abducted and brutally murdered in Mississippi, has been the focus of documentaries and a new Hollywood film. A traveling exhibit opening in Washington, D.C. this week shows how his story ignited the civil rights movement and continues to inspire activism today. Bree Jackson spoke with Till's cousin, the last living witness to his abduction, about the exhibit and its relevance today.
An iconic image, a haunting, brutal page of American history, introduced to a new generation. A 14-year-old boy murdered for allegedly whistling at a white woman in the segregated South. Emmett Till's best friend and cousin, Reverend Wheeler Parker Jr., is the last living witness to his abduction.
He speaks from the grave. We're here now because Emmett still speaks.
A night that changed the course of history and the country. Mamie Till, Emmett's mother, making the courageous decision to let the world see the horrors of racist violence, holding an open casket funeral for her son.
I mean, the world needed this shock. They needed it. I think it really let us see the ugly monster that race hatred is.
Emmett's death and his mother's fight for justice ignited the civil rights movement. Nearly 70 years later, their story is now the focus of a traveling exhibit stopping in select cities, including Washington, D.C.
I hope people walk away and understand that he was a real child, not just a chapter in a history book.
In 1955, an all-white jury acquitted two men, J.W. Millam and Roy Bryant, of murder. Organizers say this emotional exhibit is designed for visitors as young as 10 years old and features interactive screens, first-hand accounts, and historic photos from the trial. The exhibit also includes this memorial sign. It was put up in 2018 and is one of 3 signs that was vandalized. Here, you can see the bullet holes.
It is an aha moment. It is a way to say, hey, it's still happening today, and we've got to somehow break that cycle.
What can communities do to do better?
Face the truth. Have the hard conversations.
While at the same time, some states are restricting how social issues are taught in the classroom. Families at the exhibit tell me, as uncomfortable as it may be, it's important to learn from our country's history.
I don't think there's really benefit in protecting or covering it up and pretending that it isn't the truth.
I think it's really sad, but it's important.
Parker hopes sharing Emmett's story encourages a new wave of activism.
I hope they can see how much progress we made, how far we've come, how much work we have to do.
And shows the powerful impact young people can have on future generations. In Washington, Bree Jackson for NBC News.